in the Shire, because we're at the party tree. It's party time here in the thing. So here's how the prizes are going to work. You can do exclamation point prizes to find out more information. But basically, each time I complete one of the cards, we're going to be doing a giveaway. So you can do I should actually open the giveaway. Duh, Druid. You are a dingleberry. Giveaway open. Alright, the giveaway is now open. Hooray! Exclamation point raffle in chat. I said giveaway. Haha. So that way it doesn't cause weirdness. So exclamation point raffle. Even though it's not technically a raffle, you're not spending any money on it. But it works for me to keep the command separate. So, what happens? Each card is going to have 3 prizes associated with it. There'll be one winner to get all 3 things. You'll get, this time around, whoever wins, this one will get a Before the Shadow t-shirt. Where's my, I thought I was going to put it on the back of my chair. It looks like one of these. This is my particular t-shirt. You can't have my t-shirt. But it looks like this. Has the nice Before the Shadow stuff on it. And then it has Lord of the Rings Online on the back of it. So it's basically, you're going to ride around town with a Nazgul on your chest. Just saying. And you will also get 100 LotRO points because I got to put a pile of those codes. And you will win a choice of Hero of the Small Folk or Aid to Those in Need title. You can pick whichever one you want. So if you already have one, you can pick the other one. So that's how it's going to work all day today. There's going to be a special prize. At the end of the day, I'm going to find out who donated the single most cumulative amount of money before the stream is over, but it's got to be more than $100. We got to make it worth your while. Got to make it worth my while, too, because I get to ship this, right? So, the winner, the winner chicken dinner, whoever donates the single most amount of money, and, again, it's cumulative, so if somebody donates it like $20 early on, and then realizes later, well, oh shit, I really want to get down on that, and then donates more later, and their cumulative total over the day is the highest single amount, they're going to get a really cool prize. And they are going to get a t-shirt, a gold LotRO drinking cup. I didn't bring one in here, but they're basically, it's a plastic drinking cup. You know, like, you know, at frat parties and whatnot. Only without the nastiness. And a code for an anniversary celebration corgi. Yeah. So I'm actually, do I have one on this character? I may or may not have one on this character. Let me find out, actually. Let me find out. How many corgis do I have? Well, I apparently only have one, so we're going to do a thing. We're probably going to wind up getting a corgi by the time the day is out, but you can go look on the LotRO wiki to see what the corgi looks like. It's really cool. In the meantime, this character is going to be an Illuminator. You know, I should actually wear the Hero of the Small Folk title. That seems like an appropriate title to wear for today. So, let's go. Man. So, I put up on Twitter a poll. There we go. We're going to be Hero of the Small Folk today. I put a thing up on Twitter saying, hey, do you want me to do the big version, the big kahuna of this event? Or do you want to be nice to me and let me do the smaller Aerodor version? And y'all hate me. And we're doing the big kahuna, which is actually kind of cool. It means I get more housing decorations, which is really appropriate because this is my character who has the housing decorations. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 housing decoration on, and I got a pitchfork. I got a broom. Have I even did I open the? Yes, I did open the box because I have my horsey here. By the way, this is like a badass horse. I love this horse. And so yeah, that's the thing. So anyhow, let's go talk to Waldo Rumble and let's get in with our party again. If you are you not, is exclamation point raffle not working? Okay, I want to know this. Because if it's not working, I need to fix it. If it is working, then I want to see some people wanting to join the raffle, the giveaway for a t-shirt, 100 points, and your choice of a hero, this title, or another title. Hey, it's working. Now, Art and Esoteric, what you really need is to make sure nobody else joins the raffle, so you win, but sorry. Looks like it does work. Hello and welcome. So we're going to be here until I complete the entire scavenger hunt. When I did this last year on a hunter, it took me about 14 hours? 12 hours, 14 hours, something like that. We're going to be here all day. I've got snacks. I've got blueberries. I've got applesauce. I've got pudding, little chocolate pudding. I also made my signature bulgogi beef jerky. That's my main snack for the day. But I just had blueberry waffles with maple syrup, so let's go. Let's go through the lag. Oh my god. Okay. I will make liberal use of the LotRO wiki to find where I need to go. Snugglyfoot! It's the fishing club! They're doing a thing today, aren't they? They're always doing a thing. Okay. So, we'll do our thing.
Look at this! What mischievous malefactor is behind all this?
I'm just gonna pick up all the dang quests.
What does it all mean?
Alright, year 1 scavenger hunt, let's go!
Who is behind all this?
Pick up a year. So, I could do Eriador or the year 1, but I decided chat decided for me. Nope. Alright, year 1 Frodo. So, we're gonna do all of this stuff. And then we're gonna get some tokens, and we'll see how it goes. So, first of all, we're gonna start with the Gathering Remembrances up the hill in Bag End. It's a beautiful day in the Shire. Go big or go home, hell yeah. Well, I think of it this way. We are here to raise money for charity. So do !EL in chat to find the link for the charity. Even though we do have a special prize for the biggest donor above 100, lump sum or cumulative, we also can take any lesser amount because this is indeed for charity and 100% of your funds will go to Boston Children's. Okay.
The goal of some folk.
The goal of some folk. I got dwarves on my front doorstep. Oh my god. Alright. So I'm not going to do a lot of like chatting about the lore of things. The reason I choose the tales is because the tales are my favorite because they're focused on the character. So year 1 is Frodo. And you must face the target to click on it. In the meantime, I need caffeine. I crack open a Pepsi. I will have you know, by the way, I have Mountain Dew in the fridge for later. When things get super loopy. And, wait, wrong way. Is that what? No, it's, So, I'm going to try to focus on trying to get through this as quickly as possible. I did prepare this character last week by unlocking many of the major stable masters I'll need. So I won't be mithril coining my way all over the Shire or all over Middle-earth. Because as much as it's fun to spend mithril coins to zoop places, I kind of don't like doing that, honestly. Alright. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out. That way I can just focus on the... I wish... Alright, so what I want to do is I want to just get as much of this here as possible. So, I have unlocked, like, places like Henethanoon, Dol Amroth. So, we're going to do some traveling. I'm going to ride across the Shire. I always think I'm going to go right into that. Which, the size of my war steed and I'm a solid dwarf. I should have knocked that thing over. So, I'm going to try to avoid mithril coin travel as much as possible. And, in fact, because I really don't like doing it. Even though I do have tons of mithril coin because of various coffers, Standing Stone sees fit to sell that I must have, which is why I have a draft horse. And I'm highly amused, by the way, highly amused by Standing Stone selling a coffer full of housing decos, and if you buy the top tier, You also get a housing carry-all with it, but you also get more decos than fit in the damn thing. Literally, they give you the largest housing deco box carry-all possible, 50 slots, but they give you 53 housing decorations. Standing stone. What? But they look really good. The art team was really, they were on point. And so the thing about Extra Life is, again, they are a children's charity, so that children who use the Children's Miracle Network hospital system here in America can get the care they need without it being a financial burden to their family. 100% of your donation will go to Boston Children's, and I have to say, every freaking year, the LotRO and DDO communities go ham, and we wind up the Standing Stone Games team tends to wind up being their largest donor every year, because you all are wonderful people, very, very generous with your time and your money, and, I did a tweet on it, so feel free to retweet it, to let everybody know this is a thing. I want people here. I want butts in seats. We're gonna be here all day. I only take breaks just to, use the restroom, for God's sakes. I'm not gonna pee in the chair. Or pee in a cup. Got a huge bunch of crops. I know, Squirrel, right? It's like all the freaking crops. And the way I think of it is like, some people are like, well, I don't have enough housing hooks for all of this. Yeah, everybody gets the deco. Everybody gets, if you get the top tier, everybody gets a horse. And this is actually something I was discussing with Cord the other day, because apparently it doesn't work the same with employee accounts or something. Because I got the horse on multiple servers. In his post on the forum said, oh, you can only get it on the server you open the box. I'm like, no, I got them everywhere. We're patting doggos because they are good boys. Okay, enjoy a meal at Tom Bombadil's house. Dance on a table to Prancing Pony. I do actually kind of wish that all of these were in order. So that basically you go to Dance on a Table to Prancing Pony, then you faint at the Ranger's camp beneath the Weathertop, and then you talk to Frodo and Rivendell. Because that makes sense. What makes sense? So the way I think about all those crop housing decorations is that you should decide what kind of crop or crops your farmer grows, right? So specialize. So let's say you want to be a beet farmer, which sounds like the best thing ever. It's so badass. You put on a pair of headphones and you're a beet farmer. No, I'm just kidding. Well, that would be funny if you were also musical. Or you could use, the loot command. The top tier also gets the loot emote. The dance/loot, which looks amazing, by the way. Yeah, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you this dance because it looks pretty cool. I'm going to actually type it in manually because I'm that dork. Now, your character is making music with this. So, if you want to ever mute the loot, but why would you want to mute the loot? I don't know. So, it's playing this song right now. Oh, it's playing multiple soon. Oh, you're screwed. It plays more than one song. Okay, well, that's going to be annoying during concerts. Alright, let's go back to the House of Tom Bombadil. So we're going to go jump across the river. We're going to yeet ourselves across the river at the Buckleberry Ferry. Whee! So we have a modest goal for today. $500. Every little bit counts, because if you think about it, what do you spend $5 for at the supermarket? If you're a parent, $5 can, get you some diapers, get you some formula. It's not just babies, but there's also, older kids. So, some of them are sadly, stuck in the hospital. So, they need toiletries and stuff like that. And where does that money come from? Generous donations from the community. Stable Master. Boop.
A lovely
Gotcha.
day, isn't it?
Oh man, I was hoping to get it without stopping, but you know, I was not quick enough on it. Probably because of the jump. If I'd been like, you know, just racing past, it'd been fine. At least it's daytime this time around when we're in the old forest, so it's not quite so bad. So I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. If you know where Cordovan lives, you could stop by his house. He's having a yard sale today. Getting rid of some older furniture that still looks pretty good. And also some old board games and some cool stuff. Actually, one of the old RC cars as well, I saw. This is gonna happen a lot. Because I run into trees like George of the Jungle. George of the Jungle. So in order to accomplish the highest end version of the scavenger hunt, the big one, the OG, you have to be pretty much level 105 or higher, because you have to be able to get into Mordor, which of course you walk into Mordor if you open it, because for me it was easier just to go through and open up the the Black Gate. Hey, something just happened. $10. Appreciate you so much. Thank you. Ski! Alright. Now we get to dance on a table like we're drunk. Monotelair! Hey, fun fact, Chad, did you know I've known Monotelair for over 30 years? Freaking true story. We went to college together. True story. I've got mail. You've got mail. What do I got mail from? Oh my god, mail from... Oh my god. I sent myself stuff. Oh, right. All right. This is all the crap you get for buying the top tier thing. I've already sent the thing over here to the carry-all, so it's just going straight into the carry-all. Though the three of them will not, because again, there's more than actually fit in the carry-all, because Standing Stone went ham. They went ham on the beats. So those are the three that are not in the carry-all. And they don't stack, so I'm going to have to figure this out here. We might just do this really quick, in fact. Let's find something. Not that box. Pot and skillet sounds appropriate. Frosted wall. Destroyed models of Minas Tirith. Okay, we'll do it this way. Alright, we're gonna pop one in here. Gonna pop one in here. And pop the third one in there. And zoop! And now these two could just... There we go. Look at that. Look how much space I just saved. Isn't that amazing? Alright, let's go! We are going to the Prancing Pony. Aging intensifies. I know, right? You can't see these gray hairs. But there's some serious gray hairs here. So I might dye them in time for a Mythmoot next month. Mythmoot, by the way, is... basically think of a geeky convention, but it's also an academic conference in an actual conference center, where they service, like, as part of our registration to the event, they feed us, and it's not like crap food. It's like an actual kitchen, like an industrial sort of restaurant kitchen and stuff. And they got several different options, like veggie options. Oh my god, it's so good. But it's in Leesburg, Virginia. That's next month. And you too can go to signumuniversity.org and go look up Mythmoot. And if you want to join us, you can join us. Let's go dance on a table. This game is so pretty. I don't get why people actually say, "Oh my god, this game looks so horrible." I'm like, what? What are you smoking that makes you think that this game looks terrible? It looks outdated. Like, excuse me? Are you fishing down there, Wayfarer? By the way, you have the best name ever. Folks in this game have the really coolest names sometimes. Somebody else there got the top tier thingy. The thingy. Of course, the regular anniversary event is still ongoing, but we're going to be very focused. We're not going to do it. It's an older style, but it still checks out, doesn't it, Bookworm? Hi, Bookworm. How you doing? There's only one other person. Well, actually, there's two people in my kinship who don't play that much anymore that I've known just about as long as I've known Manathlair. And just about the same amount of time as I've known them slightly longer than I knew Wayward Plane. If you remember Wayward Plane, who used to be on our LotRO stream team before they passed away, and we're very sad about this. By the way, if you're a human, you can go talk to thingies, barbers, and get some new looks for yourself. And let's go dance. Just a regular old dance, nothing fancy here. There we go. I suddenly vanished into the air. So now we gotta go talk to Candice. So get your entries in chat, people. Exclamation point raffle. Our current giveaway is a Before the Shadow t-shirt. Plus 100 LotRO points. Plus your choice of a hero of the small folk title like I'm wearing, or Aid to Those in Need title, which I'm not wearing. The winner will get all three things. So we're trying to make it fancy. Was that Beardy? Oh, no. I was like, wait a minute, is that Bjorn Man? No, it's not Bjorn. Though the Bards, Beards, and Longbeards, if you want a little bit of debauchery later tonight, they'll be playing at the Prancing Pony Rock at midnight Eastern. Most likely. As far as I heard, the BBB is playing. Bring your hot pants. Alright.
How can I be of service?
We are going to Oscar Ruth because I unlocked Oscar Ruth last week. That's one of the things I dislike about Valard characters, because yes, she's a Valar. Get over it. Is that there's so many things you still have to do to housekeep on that character to make it worth playing. Sucks. No game. Don't lag. Lag bad. One of the good things about being on a high level character is that, other than being in instances, nothing's going to attack my character. This, by the way, is a yellow line champion. Doing a little bit of difference. Because, you know, my main is primarily red, though I'm considering trying to switch up to yellow. But, I really don't need yellow to do landscape. I might do yellow next time I go raiding. Which, of course, you know, Guathranos is a thing, and, you know, people seem to be having fun with it. Even some folks in the music community are getting ready for their tier 1 runs on it. So it'll be fun. Alrighty. So we're gonna be here all day. Look how gorgeous this is, by the way. And we'll be back here to Weathertop. Occasionally I do game with a friend. We were doing some of this card a week and a half ago or something. And they didn't know about the secret way up the top of Weathertop. I got to teach them about the secret way up to the top of Weathertop. We'd have to go around and around and around and around and around. Yeah, Bookworm, that is true. AoE, you know, I mean... See, the thing is, I've been playing Redline Champion since the Day-Trait Trees came out. Because I've always wanted to do the dual wielding thing, because dual wielding is cool. I mean, my main in Star Wars The Old Republic is a Jedi Sentinel, dual wielding. It's kind of a thing. And honestly, if my Retribution Paladin in World of Warcraft could dual wield, I would fucking do that. So exclamation point raffle will get you into a raffle for a LotRO Before the Shadow t-shirt, which has a Nazgul on the front. These t-shirts, by the way, have not been made available to anybody in America unless you managed to make it to PAX East this year and got one out of Cordovan. Or you had gone to DevCon or Gamescom last year. We're gonna faint. Alright. We swooned. Look at that. I look so dead. And yes, I'm wearing an elven outfit because it looks so good. It's dyed Moria silver. Should do Grath Tier 1. It's interesting to down Nostalgia Lane. Yeah, I'm going to. It's just, I think it's, right now, I think folks are kind of, you know, just making tests at it, and I've been, like, super busy. Tolkien Otaku! Hello! Alright. We're going to Rivendell. Now, one thing is, I did not say I wasn't going to abuse the hell out of having, a mead hall right next to the Sable Master in Rohan. So we're gonna go to Rohan a lot. This is what I'm gonna do instead of Mithril Coin. I'm looking at the neighbors. I'm still not a big fan of the mirror-like reflections on the water. I think there should be like ripples and stuff. By the way, you wanna see? We're gonna, since we're here on my housing, we're gonna do something real quick. Since we're here on housing, I want to show you what this stable looks like, because it looks really, really cool. Actually, I'm going to put one of these down, too. I'm too far away! Come here. Let's put one of these down. Holy crap, when they say huge yard, they're not kidding! That's freaking... That's a... Yeah, that's the Alchemist Deluxe Glass Gardening House. Holy crap. Alright, let's go put down one of the new stable that's available. Yeah, I've been putting, like, flags down in my enormous yard spots because I'm that dork. But we're gonna put a stable over here. It's in one of the biggies. Aha, it's this one. We're not gonna do a lot of housing. This is the only distraction we're doing. Where is my stable? I have a stable here somewhere. There we go. Just want one. What, you don't? Oh, too far away. Good God, do I have to be in the middle of it? Apparently so. Look how big this thing is! And look how good it looks. Okay. I think you're supposed to turn the horseshoe upside, right side up for it to be good, but alright. Look how amazing this is. Holy goddamn crap. Dwayne is still bigger. Dwayne would take up this whole space more. Yeah, but Dwayne is a bigger housing thing. But Dwayne is a big honkin' rock. You can buy Dwayne for silver at the Bree housing furniture person. So thank you, Scenario, for making Dwayne, letting Dwayne live. Dwayne lives. All right, we're going to Rivendell. Focusing. We're back on path here.
How can I be of
I know,
service?
right? It does look, I think it would look really good in Breland housing. Okay, Rivendell. Where the elves hang out. That poor horse.
What do you need?
Alright, we're going across the way. Last homely house. This when they added the Angle of Methythel to the game and overhauled all the Trollshaw stable masters and added the swift travel to the house, I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, Scenario's been going ham. Oh man, I love that guy. It's always kind of funny to me when people say, oh my god, the devs are so lazy. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Or saying, oh, they recycle something, it's gotta be lazy. No, it's smart. You don't reinvent the wheel, but you make things look pretty. And honestly, the interior of the last homely house finally matches the exterior. You get distracted by the wall textures? Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? Roar! Are you having fun? But, I mean, look at this! This is like... I mean, even the lights look good. But we are going to Bilbo's room. Not down the hallway! You're going to Bilbo's room. One of the few portals remaining in this facility. Frodo Baggins. And I still love the fact that when you're in vicinity of the ring, you get +1 dread. That's so cool.
Is there something I can do for you?
Yes. Alright, we gotta go to Amon Hen, where the chickens are. Defeat fell spirits in the dead marshes, and gather remembrance in Henneth Anun. Okay, so... The fun thing is, we're going to go in a weird way to get to the dead marshes. We're going to come at it from the wastes. Because it's fun. Alright. Let's continue our quest. So let's go to Amon Hen, home of the chickens. They should put like a chicken on top of there just for shits and giggles. Wouldn't that be cool? And again, we're here to raise money for Extra Life. Every little bit counts. And if you see my tweet and you want to retweet it, feel free to do so. If you are on the Twitters, let me get the actual tweet here. Let me go find my own tweet. Where'd I tweet? Man, I did a typo on that. That's okay. You know what? I don't really care. It's okay. It's okay. Here's the tweet. If you're on Twitter and you want to retweet it, do the retweets. Let's go to Amon Hen. So the closest stable master to Amon Hen is Parth Galen. We did unlock Parth Galen. So let's go back to Rohan. This is going to be a common thing. We're going to go to Rohan, and I'm not going to be distracted by wanting to put down housing decos. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. Though I do understand that while the Erebor housing might have the best, like if you got one of those farmyards, you might have the best option for getting where you need to go. Okay, one thing that we can do is let's use the Stable Master map to find out. Since we're this close to here. We're going there soon! Soon as in by the end of the year. We're going to that little limp dick. It's a limp dick! Come on! It's a crooked dick. I'm on my own channel. I can say these things. Where's Galbus when I need him? To make the saucy remarks. Anyhow. Okay, we are going to Parth Galen. So what connects to Parth Galen? Climbing Airworth, Athangos, Harwick, Snowborn. So we can go to Snowborn and then go to Parth Galen from there. Yeah, swift travel from Snowborn. Got it. Alright, let's go to Snowborn! Hey, don't I have a map to Snowborn? I think I have a map. Or maybe I got rid of my map. Now, why do I have a map to Rivendell? Why do I got... I've got a map. Oh, the Cardinal map table. Never mind. Alright, not getting distracted. Not getting distracted. Hello! Thank you! $10. The Anonymous. Now, one thing I will note, the big prize at the end of the day, I have to know who you are in order to properly tally how much money you donated. So, if you donate enough for the thing, please let me
Hello there.
know who sent me DMs. There you are. All right. So I haven't unlocked Galtrav. Whoopsie. Oopsie doodle. But I don't need to worry about unlocking the abodes of Erebor because I have Erebor housing if I need to go there, which we won't for this. We are going to Snowborn. So we are $20 on the day. Our goal is 500. Again, this is supposed to be fairly chill. I'm not going ham on the fundraising, but I will talk about it a lot, so I hope it doesn't offend, but that's the point. This is why we're doing this. This is why I'm putting myself through this. Parth Galen! Parth Galen is the place. By the way, Parth Galen is really fun because you meet and interact with a few people that you will see again. And it's one of the things I love about LotRO, by the way, is how they never, unlike Tolkien, this is actually something that's very Tolkienian. Tolkien hated, like, he loved revising things. The dude waffled more than International House of Pancakes and Waffle House put together, right? And Denny's. Denny's has good waffles. If you didn't know that, they do. But Tolkien changed his mind about things so much over his lifespan. But he never really threw anything away. He would always reuse something. Like the name Glorfindel. And to solve the equation of the fact that elves apparently, like in his mind, elves did not reuse names. Humans do it all the damn time. But elves never reuse names, so he ran across the Glorfindel here and a Glorfindel there. And then instead of saying, oh, well, instead of changing the name, which he did a lot of that too. Actually, Frodo was not originally Frodo Baggins. Bilbo was not Bilbo Baggins. You know, they were really, Frodo was originally Trotter. Actually, Strider was Trotter. Strider used to be a hobbit. Never, anyhow. But he would always reuse things. So if something got edited out of whatever the current thing that he was writing, the current iteration of what he was writing, it would somehow it would find its way somewhere else in the narrative. And so this is basically the exact same thing. Because Rodwin here and Kufaron, these kids, this is the first time we meet them. Rodwin will eventually plan the fucking wedding of Aragorn and Arwen from such humble beginnings. And she's not exactly competent at what she does here. She's, whatever. She and her team are not the most competent of people. Competent. I understand the lack of competence sometimes, because hello, it's me. But Standing Stone doesn't drop things like that. So Rodwin comes back later. Now, what we want to know is what's happened to the Riverwalker, huh? Maid of Lions? I want to find out what happened to our friend, the Riverwalker, our companion throughout much of Rohan, with Horn and Nona. Except for Nona. Yes, I would like to know what happens to Nona, but I think that one, unfortunately, I think Maid of Lions painted himself into a bit of a corner with that one. Mainly because he has to solve for the equation of what happens if the player chooses to have Horn actually die, as opposed to symbolically die, right? This is true. Sigileth came back. That was like, I remember when Corey played through that sequence on his Weekend marathon, and he was so delighted. Then again, Corey is delighted in just about everything. You'd be surprised what the mission statement is for Signum University. And I will tell you, it has nothing to do with actually education. You might, you know. There's something that came up in our annual reflection today. By the way, look how amazing this looks. The Ent Wash here, of course. Again, kind of, this might be a tree, it might be a building. But yeah, it looks so cool. Alright, we're gonna sit on the chair. We're gonna properly park ourselves and sit on the chair. There we go. Oh, I sat through the chair. Oops, my bad. It's a chair face. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this right. Because we gotta get a screenshot. Well, we don't have to, but I'm going to. You think Horn never goes back to Nona, but that's just you? I think that's a common thought there, which makes me very sad. Turn my nameplate off for a few moments. I'm sitting crooked in the chair, but that's okay. There we go. We've got our screenshot. This looks so cool, honestly. One of these days, we'll be able to go there. We'll be able to go there. Go to the site. The other hill. Without dying. Okay, so now we gotta get to the Dead Marshes and Henneth Anun. So what we're gonna do is we are going back to Rohan. This is gonna be common. But Horn is mostly dead. But he's partially alive, so... But if he's all dead, then you can just go through his pockets and look for some bling. Let's go to our premium house. Yay! So this is how I do mithril travel. Mithril coin travel is I just basically... Why am I getting things? Oh. Yay, reduced awareness. The game is lagging. What? The game be lagging. Alright. By the way, speaking of LotRO music, since we're hearing this beautiful violin piece, is Mr. Bill Champagne under his dev name of Darth Celtics, which I remember him saying once on his streams that he really was trying to get away from that name, but apparently he didn't. He's still using it on the new forums. But he posted a really cool dev diary about one of the tracks in the Before the Shadow thing. And if you're like our friend Bear Doan, who's like, into sound design, has a master's degree in this shit. It's really interesting stuff about, Bill goes on, goes through the piece and describes, this piece goes here, this is from this, blah, 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 and, with timestamps. And at the end of the thing, he posts, like, a whole list of, like, the, these are the tools that he used to make what he made. And some of the tools are actually, he doesn't get to use a real orchestra, unfortunately. Other than Midsummer Minas Tirith, he did use, he had contracted a nice lady by the name of Tara Catalo who did the vocals, those really ethereal vocals we heard, and she did the fiddle pieces in that. It was really, really good. And we are going to, where are we going? We could start with Osgiliath, I think. Is Osgiliath where we're going? See if we get anywhere closer. Do I have Camp of the Host here? I don't think it's one of the Swift Travel ones. No. Alright, we're going to Osgiliath. We're going to OSG. Alright, from here we're going to Henneth Anun. And then from there we'll go to the Dead Marshes via the Camp of the Host. Do we know who inspired the new dance emote or whose idea it was? I have no idea. That sounds like something you should ask on the forums and see if somebody on the dev team will answer you. Because it looks really cool. Though I am kind of sad they took away the PP dance. That weird bugged dance that the male race of man got. Until they took it away and put it back to the way it was. I'm kind of wishing they would bring that back, but make it like Dance Man 4 or something and just make it available to everybody. That way everybody can have the PP dance. One does not wisely ride a war steed here in Henneth Anun. I mean, you can if you want to, if you're that bold and you know enough to, let off the brake, or let on the, hit the brakes soon enough, let off the gas. But I have done it. I've also yeeted myself off of here by doing so, which was always really funny. By the way, fun fact, the name Quicksilver is not available to choose as a character name in World of Warcraft. It's, for some reason, it's on their legal list that you can't use. Look at Karandros. And of course, nearby the field of Cormalin. This game is so pretty. So back in the day, you used to be able to see. Like if you were looking from here, looking up this way, you could almost kind of see where we're going. Up this way. Anyhow, let's go. We need 3 more. And then we're going to go kill some fell spirits, and that's always fun. I also done it in Minas Tirith. Actually, there's a clip on the official of me riding my war steed. Actually, I think I did this last year. Was it last year? I know I was playing Sapphire the Hobbit Hunter. And maybe I did it. Or maybe I did it here last year. I don't remember, but there is a clip of me riding my war steed, plunging off the top of the pier in Minas Tirith, and surviving. Not bouncing off of anything, like, you know, nothing but air. 4 of 6. Anybody need a shower? I'm a dwarf. Of course I need a shower. I don't know why they say dwarves are filthy. I blame Gimli from the movies. Right, there should be one back here. Excuse me. Excuse me, wounded rangers. Okay, remember, by the way, as soon as we defeat our fell spirits and go back to Waldo Rumble, I'm going to do the giveaway. Now, one thing about the giveaways, I'm going to make note of who wins. For a second there, I thought this was floating. So I'm going to make note of who wins, but I'm not going to give away the prizes until after the stream is over. Because I want to give the person who donates the most, over $100 today, the biggest donor on the day, so hopefully I can identify them easily, will get the first choice of the t-shirts, because I don't have, like, unlimited sizes. They're not being made to order. It's what I got. What I got is what I got. So that big donor is going to get their choice of t-shirt size first from what's available. Medium on up to XX. I've got one medium. I think one medium, one large, and everything is either XL or XX. And unfortunately, they're unisex cuts, no ladies cuts, because, you know, they didn't make any that way.
How may I help you, friend?
You could send me to the camp of the host. It's the mining that many dwarves do. It gets dusty and dirty. That is true. That does make sense. And the giveaways are available to folks in other countries. If somebody, for example, in the UK wins when they're not watching the coronation or heckling the coronation, as you prefer. I think the coronation's already over, Bo. I think it was at like 10 a.m. or at least it started at 10 a.m. British summertime, but whatevs. If you're for or again, it's all good either way. I said there was no Quenya singing involved. I know, how horrible. But yes, this is why we are here, for extra life. Yep, I see what you're talking about, squirrel. I see what you're doing there. Now, the good question is, how easily can I find the... I'm getting... Oh, it's actually a deed. How quickly can I find the portal? So, once upon a time, we were taking Corey through his he was doing he had a posse with him. We were doing I don't remember what we were doing, but he was in the Dead Marshes for reasons. And we took him through the portal. Hi, Bill. And the roving threat was immediately on the other side, and I went, "Oh shit!" Back to the portal. Back to the. He was so confused, like, "What the hell's going on?" It's a roving threat. Go away! Run away! Run away! But yeah, it was really funny. See, this dude was here. Should we kick the... Yes, we're gonna kick the roving threat's ass. Why? Because it's here. We're gonna see what happens. Oh, this is gonna be easy. Except I'm getting feared. I'm afraid. Wow, look at me getting punted like that. I am so afraid. This may not go well. Can I kick this guy's butt? Because I mean, these guys seem really easy. It's so dark in here. I'm afraid again. This may not go well, people. But, oh, I got the last dude. So now it's just the big boy. Just the big boy. Alright, let's go. Because it's always fun beating up. See, that fear is really not fun. But that's okay. That's okay. We can kick him. We just have to run back to him all the time. Hopefully I don't run through the portal. That would be funny. I got a shing on him. That's always good. A little bit of health back. I don't know what wall I'm running into, but there's a wall there. I'm getting tossed. I'm a dwarf getting tossed. That's amazing, isn't it? Hope he doesn't reset from being back that far. Come on. Where am I? Yeah, that fear is really annoying. And the fact that he doesn't close means that I have such a difficulty getting back with him. Here, come on. Come here, you son of a biscuit. So let's not beat up on the roving threats going forward. Oh, are you resetting? Are you? You son of a biscuit. Whatever. You know what? The hell with you. Where's the portal that I need? I think it's back here. There it is. So let's not do that again, because that's going to take away some time. Okay, so here's where we need to be. We'll be back here in the future because I think there's some remembrances to find here. So let's go find us some dead dudes what to murder. There's some skulls down there. The skulls kind of make sense, but I want to see dead faces. There should be dead faces. But I understand that's probably too much of a technical ask for the team. I don't want some orcses. I want some dead spirits. Dead spirits aren't much fun. So we're gonna get rid of that. And one thing I really dislike about this is the fact that you can't ride your horses in here. Kinda sucks. Everybody see some fell spirits? Everybody see some dead dudes? At least we don't have to go run all the way back, because we could just port back to Waldo Rumble. Well, not straight to, but you know. At least if I recall correctly, the remembrances, when we get to that particular card, is going to be, I have to go around. I want to go this way. Here we go. Looking for the Hill of Dead people. Kind of like a hill of beans, but hill of dead people. See? If you really want to creep people out, start sounding like you're one of the, We're not doing the side quest. We're not doing the side quest. Because that's how you get yourself distracted. In fact, where's the roving threat thing here? I'm going to take this one and we're going to do that to it. Yes, I want to abandon it. Go away. Alright. Find a fell spirit. One of the reasons why doing this on a champion is pretty good, because you can just pull things from... I want an orc. What's an orc doing on his dead people hill? Go away. I don't want orcs, just I want fell spirits. Need 3 more fell spirits. That's an orc. Here we go. And after we turn in this card, I will do the giveaway to see who's gonna win themselves a LotRO t-shirt. 100 LotRO points. And their choice of the Hero of the Smallfolk title, which I'm wearing, and Aid to Those in Need title. Either one. Here we go. We're done with this. We get XP. Let's go back to Rivendell. Rivendell. Party tree. Rivendell having a party tree would be really weird. You'd have to... See, if you had a Rivendell party tree, it'd be like a maypole, but as you grab a ribbon and dance around, you have to sing Tra-la-la-lally. Here down in the valley, There we go. Let's get back to Waldo Rumble. Look how amazingly big that is. You can't even see the other one from the distance. It's golden hour. Oh no, that's just my... It's actually nighttime. It's like, wait a minute. That's because I have the Duran's Day thing on there. On my housing. Okay, let us go back to the party tree. Okay, we have done the thing. So... Oh man, the heather's gorgeous. Alright, let's see who's gonna win themselves some goodies. We stand here next to Waldo Rumble. Alright. Giveaway close. Boop. 7 people could possibly win this t-shirt. Points in the thingies. Oh wait, draw. Ardent Esoteric! You were the first in, you won! Hooray! Alright, as I mentioned before, I am going to give you your stuff after the stream. I will have to reach out to you, or you could send me a DM on social, because obviously I need to mail you a t-shirt. So I'll need to know the particulars, and of course that will be kept confidential because I'm not an asshole. Now, the question I have for you, though, Ardent Esoteric, is would you prefer a Hero of the Small Folk title like this one? Or would you prefer to have aid to those in need? Pick one. Which one would you prefer? And if you're not sure, you need to go check. You can just tell me later. I've got enough of those that I can get you whichever you need to check. Just a sec. Okay. While you're doing that, I am going to update with the new one. We are going to do... I am going to go get the thing so you can see what we're talking about. I'll be right back. Cheers, stream! Cheers, stream! LotRO drinking cup. This is mine, so you can see what it looks like. This is for example only. I'm not giving it away. Squeaky chair! Okay, let me click here. And... update that. Isengard bids 5. Giveaway. Clear. Ah! Let's reset, damn it. Giveaway open. So new one has started for a LotRO drinking cup. This is the LotRO drinking cup. It's plastic. And it has Lord of the Rings Online and the dark speech, the black speech there around it. Aid to those in need is what Ardent Esoteric has chosen. So I will get you the points and the title after the stream is over, so probably tomorrow, and then we'll exchange. We'll talk details so I can get you the T-shirt. And we'll go with it from there. And the way the T-shirts are going to work, I'm going to be giving away 4 T-shirts over the course of the thing. So each card is going to have its own separate giveaways. We're going to go T-shirt, cup, corgi, T-shirt, cup, corgi for every, each card, in that sequence. And then if you're here when I complete the epilogue, the Gollum card. Well, the Gollum card, and then there's the small epilogue. At the end, if you're still here, I'm going to do a giveaway that's going to feature a T-shirt, the cup, and the corgi. So, big giveaway for if you can make it at the end of the little party. And I understand it's going to be super duper late for a lot of people, but I figure at that point, let's have a blowout and get done with it. But yeah, that's the fun we're going to have. So far. But when I contact the winners for their T-shirts, I will let you know what I have available at the time that I make the thing. And hopefully folks are quick about it. I'll figure it out. Either way. Okay, let's move on. New giveaway is open for a LotRO drinking cup that looks like this. And again, it is plastic. It's not glass. It's not those really cool 10-year anniversary ceramic cups or coffee mugs. Mine is staying in the cupboard where it won't get broken. All right, year 2. Let's go do the Sam thing. But first, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to use my housing character, because I'm getting housing decorations. So this is good. See, it went right into the medium housing carry-all. And I get a doggo. One thing I would like to point out, by the way, the doggo is not bound. I could give the doggo to somebody else, but I'm not going to. I'm keeping the doggo for myself. That's my reward for going through this.